Welcome back to another day on the Pixelborn Lorcana client. Today we're playing the 8K deck. There was some kind of tournament a week ago now, I want to say, over in Georgia of all places. Why are the tournaments literally on the other coast from me? That's sucky. An 8K tournament, and today we're playing the deck that took first place. Hence the name the 8K deck. It's the winner of the 8K tournament. The deck doesn't cost 8 grand. That would be insane, and technically I guess it could be possible. This deck is a Steel Song deck, and it features some of the most powerful combos that we've all been aware of. A turn 2 queen shifting onto a queen, singing a whole new world. A turn 1 Cinderella, being able to keep the board clear with turn 2 singing Let the Storm Rage On, and drawing cards. What really makes this deck really interesting? Two things. The bare necessities. This is such a powerful way to fight back against control, because you get to take out those be prepared. You get to take the grab your swords out of your opponent's hands and stop them from stopping you. We have Sleepy's flute as well, so all of our songs represent some really nice things. But the second interesting thing is the uninkable count. There are 21 uninkable cards in the deck, which means we will occasionally have to make some tough decisions about what needs to be inked. Sometimes we'll be in that spot where we're like, man, next turn I could just have Robin Hood down, but I need to ink it so I can play my removal so that thing doesn't run out of control or whatever. You know, that's what's gonna happen. It's inevitable when you have a high uninkability count. Just something to keep in mind when you play these high uninkability decks, that you need to value your inkable cards. They need to not come down as aggressively as you normally would play them. You need to hold them back because they are very likely going to be inked, right? Let's say I had a Robin Hood in hand. I'm like, yeah, I could throw Robin Hood down. He represents some kind of attack. He can maybe quest. He's not all that powerful. Or he's the only inkable card in my hand, and I won't be able to ink next turn if I don't draw an inkable. So I'm going to hold him because of that, even though I could play him. And then sure enough, you're going to find 9 times out of 10 when you do that, you'll draw an uninkable. At least I do. And you're just thankful you held on to it for the ink. That's going to happen. Just keep that in mind. Let's jump in and see how good the 8K deck really is. All right. Sapphire Ruby. At least I'm familiar with this deck. There's a dime variant, but we are playing the 8K deck. How could we possibly lose? Alright, let's take a brief moment here. I got the Cinderella, that's really strong. Let's get rid of the uninkables. It is a 21 uninkable deck, which means a third of the deck could have issues. Now we got some choices. These are some pretty interesting starting moves. I do think my opponent is very unlikely to have a 1-drop character, so I think the queen is actually stronger. Yeah, right, because they're likely to play a Poopsicle. Shield of Virtue, this is the dime deck. Yep, Poopsicle, I called it. Which means I can whole new world right now? Yes, please. Completely throw off their plans? Who doesn't like a turn 2 whole new world? That's gonna be really... I could really have just messed up their hand pretty bad. Yeah, pass the turn. And I still have a stellar hand. Bench is really good against dime. A little sad that our bare necessities is gone. That means there's only 2 more in the deck. Didn't get an instant concession from our opponent though, so they're probably okay. I do have a target. My inkables are not that stellar, if I'm being totally honest. Don't need to use your ability, but it's gonna make me use your ability. Alright, well, with flute song, Sleepy's flute down. Oh, flute song. All my songs are worth at least a lore. Well, at least the first one anyway. Caterpillar does not die to this. Does die to that though. See, I'm only on 4 if I ink the Benja. If I play the Benja, I stop them drawing more cards. I also want to take out that Caterpillar. I hate to do it to a Poopsicle, but I don't want a Flaversham coming down. Well, let's actually start here. You will sing it. Take out the Grandma Tally. Good, there's the inkable. That's what I was looking for. I want to see if I can't get to shifting Cinderella on time. Now I don't feel so bad singing the other card to take out their Caterpillar. It's not the best move. Honestly, this should be saved for something else. But it's just really fun to have their board completely under control. Plus, with the way I'm emptying my hand, my opponent might suspect another whole new world coming up. Make them dump things out onto the board for me to eat with that grab your sword. Dragonfire on the queen, that's fair. It's better than my Cinderella. And that's pretty much their entire turn. Oh, that's a good card. But I think Cinderella. They could just simply have another Dragonfire, but I'm not going to win the game by not playing my cards. Alright, do you got another piece of removal for me? There goes a shield. Next turn's the board wipe. Yep, they got another Dragonfire for me. Of course they do. So no need for a board wipe. I will just simply play Robin. At this point, I just want to have stuff on the board that's going to quest. Got removal for Benja now. I mean, that's all their deck is. It's just purely removal, ramp, and card draw. Just depends on how quickly they want to focus on controlling the board, which they should focus really hard on it. Aladdin will buy them a turn. The only card I can draw. 3 damage won't cut it, though. The fact that Aladdin steals from me is really annoying. See, I go to 11, I drop back down to 9, but then their Aladdin die. No, Aladdin won't die because it's only 2 damage at that point. Huh. Guess I have to wait a turn. Let's hope there's no board wipe. Here comes removal for Ariel. Man, all the Dragonfires. Who even plays Dragonfire anymore? And Aladdin's not in their deck, so this is definitely a change that they've made. Benja gains more lore, but Robin Hood could be a threat. Oh, I only have 2 damage in my hand. So next turn I could play a Hades and then sing Strengthening and remove Aladdin. Okay. Now Aladdin's holding down the fort. Who do I got that I want to play? I mean, Big Cinderella's the one that I would want, but it's so expensive. So probably an Ariel. Simba. Interesting, it's like a weird aggro. I think this is hurting their deck. They're playing things that aren't doing one of the 3 things it needs to do. Oh, another flute though. Ooh, how do I get a second flute down and still do all the stuff? I don't think I do. Do I get ink with Hades? Fortunately, all my stuff in here is ink. Can't play Cinderella. I think Ariel's just my best bet. If I was gonna sing this, I have to sing it with Benja, which is really unfortunate. Huh. This is tough, because I could ink it and I could play a flute. Just keep setting up. Or I sing with Benja, take out Aladdin, but then Maui takes out Benja. That only leaves him with 2 damage on him. So then Hades would have to trade. And I could take out Simba. That's probably my best bet. And that means it's safe to quest with Robin Hood because Benja's the bigger threat. So Benja's the one. And if they want to take out Robin Hood, great. Having a second Maui though, they'll take out both. That's a little sucky, but I guess better to get both the Mauis out of the way. Not a whale. It's having a whale of a time. Let's see. If I play a flute, then Hades is worth more than just 1, right? He can sing. I'd have to bear necessities now, wouldn't I? But I think I want to definitely get rid of this. So let's have Hades sing this. Because he can quest for 1, or he can sing a song, and then all of a sudden I got 2 flutes that activate. I'm not horribly scared of the bare necessities, but having 2 songs in my hand means I get to just win off the back of these sleepy flutes. Okay. Interesting. The uninkable really makes you have to think your turns through. Because you can't just play exactly what you want when you want to. You have to actually work around it. Oh nice, we're gonna get the straight trade. Which is wild. They honestly should have attacked Robin Hood and kept their Maui. Guess they wanted to maintain that Maui as much as possible. The whale? That's weird. You're gonna heal it now? Like... Another Simba. I mean, I think I'm just playing grab your swords. Questing for 3. I'm pretty sure I can still play bare necessities even if my opponent has no cards in hand. And just like that, bare necessities does not matter. But I'm going to pay for this one. I won't sing it. That way I get the extra points out of Ariel. And I'm not overcommitting to the board in any sense. So now the flutes just win the game. Alright, opponent, you need to destroy my character, which is easy for Maui. But you also have to defeat both of my items. Your deck's not known for item destruction. So unless you have 2 Judy Hops in hand... Don't put it past my opponents. If anybody was gonna have it, it's gonna be my opponents. There's the attack. Healing Maui was not gonna do anything. They're just hoping that I don't have a song. They're hoping that my song deck doesn't have a song. It's a good job though, opponent. Like, play to your outs. They're hoping I don't have a song. That's their out. That I just whiff on songs. I'm just curious if I can play this. Sure can. Fantastic. Okay, Steel Amethyst against the HK deck. That's a lot of uninkables I'm seeing. Let's immediately just send all of them back. Maybe I'll keep one of these. I really do like, I love having the ability to shift. I'll keep the bare necessities as ink, and then maybe we get little Robin Hood. Both of these are routes to being able to sing a whole new world early. Okay, didn't get what I'm looking for. In fact, don't like this at all. Okay. Okay. Having a turn 1 play is not the most important thing, but I can top deck the queen, and then all of a sudden, it's gonna get pretty wild. Looks like I'm gonna have a turn 4 whole new world, though, just looking at my hand. We will see, though, because these aerials will dig, and I may just want to hold on to my hand. Alright, slightly aggressive deck, so not bad. Not bad at all. How's the opponent going to... They're going to protect it by bouncing it. Of course they are. Oh, they don't have the turn 2 bounce. Okay, so they'll play Pinocchio. They'll probably quest with that. Madam Mim will say Pinocchio. And then there's the Arthur. At least I know it's safe for me to quest. I mean, I knew it anyway. Snake could come down, but Snake doesn't have rush. Could also be a Cusco. That's Pinocchio, yep. I don't need another whole new world. I will take the ink. Alright. The good news is we're gonna get them. We're gonna get rid of that Pinocchio, right? They're gonna quest here. They're gonna ink. They're gonna play Fox, bounce Pinocchio, and Pinocchio will be gone due to the whole new world. Ink and a Cusco, so that's one less that they have a chance of drawing. So the Pinocchio is self-defeating, which is great for us. Now I could just pay for this. Take out the fox. Safely sing. Or I have 4 to play something else. I think I kind of want to just safely take that out. Instead of giving them a new hand where they have a chance to bounce the fox and save it. Alright, here we go. A whole new world! Oh, those swords are gonna be just so good. Opponents aggro at all, like what their deck appears to have been, the swords will be sweet. Take out really obnoxious threats while we're working on a really nice board wipe. Alright, we probably don't want to do any unnecessary questing with Ariel, because we know opponent has a rush deck. It's possible we lose her right now to a 1-drop into a fox. Okay, and Arthur. See, and Arthur's a great target. That is something worth tapping out for. Because while I could pay for it, I think singing's better and having a Robin Hood down. But certainly that Arthur can't be allowed to stand. That's what those are for the really obnoxious problems. Please, opponent, feel free to go wide. That's not a white opponent. Now they might, but I doubt they'll throw Robin Hood at Ariel. They might just want to have the damage. Yeah, I didn't think so. Oh, a flute. All right, that's gonna put a clock on the game. Kind of like all my stuff, but I should still ink. Because a big Cinderella is really hard to deal with. Do I ink you? Because I think I keep all the songs slash removal. The only thing that's going to be really great against is going to be a fox. And that's only if the fox is tapped and she has the ability to manipulate powers. Outside of that, I think she's just good ink. If I get rid of the rabbit now, they get to draw another card, but they don't have a bounce shenanigan plan. I don't like it, but I think I have to. And I will just pay for this one. And now I'll tie the game on the ink. It's important to shut down that rabbit. It never feels good, but it's important to shut down that rabbit. Alright, we might see a shift Robin Hood take out our Ariel. But yeah, you gotta shut down the rabbit. If you give him the opportunity to have a rabbit and bounce it and replay it and bounce it and replay it, like, you're just gonna fall so far behind. Another rabbit. Yeah, it never feels good, but you have to deal with it. A character off the top would be sweet, because I would definitely go for it. Oh, opponent's going wide. Alright, I think that's kind of a no-brainer. Well, it's ink. I could take out the rabbit here. And I probably should have, but in its weakened state, if they don't have it... Oh, they got it. They certainly got it, don't they? Oh, they're looking at Ariel. They're thinking about attacking? They're gonna trade the Merlin for a card. Which means they're digging for something. What are they digging for? They're also in steel, so now they can probably pop our Ariel. Good thing we got a second one now. Alright. Well, one more character in that Jafar's just dead. Ink and a snake. Oh, give me a Cinderella. Not a Cinderella, but it is a fourth character. Doesn't really matter which one I sing this with. Because I'm going to quest with the other one. Alright, you may be asking yourself, why am I holding out on inking this? I don't need the 7th ink right now. I'll ink it if I draw the Cinderella, but until then it's 2 cards in my hand. My opponent doesn't know. I mean, they do know about this card, but it's 2 cards in hand. Okay, we get the well played from the opponent. Fantastic. But yeah, it's just more stuff in our hand. It's easy for our opponent to forget about it. And in the off chance that they actually play into it, we have it. Sapphire Steel, okay. I keep hearing murmurs that Sapphire Steel is supposed to be really good. But, I don't know, I just don't see it all that often. I do really like that this is all ink. I do dislike that there's not a lot going on. Like, it would be nice to have... Keep Benja for their fishbone quill. Ah! Alright, let's get rid of those two. I'd like a song to go with you. Whiffed on the song, but I do gotta turn to Whole New World, which could be pretty devastating. Oh, an opponent's already drawing cards. Oh, they got a thick deck, though. Okay. They have a thick deck, so we're not going to deck them. Drawing the second whole new world is probably serendipitous because we're not going to deck them. Just depends on how long I want to wait. Do I want to hit them on that turn 2 whole new world? And then it's kind of a gamble from there. If not, then I'm inking all that stuff. Oh, the first ink's always the hardest, isn't it? Yeah, okay, we're not going to play this Cinderella. Let's do some hand disruption, because it's really obnoxious to try to recover from it. It's 50-50. Right, you could get a stellar hand and be like, great! This couldn't have gone better. And you could also get a really bad hand and be like, oh, I've just lost the game. The Captain Hook's not great for us. Yeah, it's very much a gamble, because if I do play the Queen and I sing now, I'm guaranteed to lose the Queen to a Captain Hook. And it'll be their turn to take advantage of the new hand on top of ink. I mean, I think at some point I'm gonna do it. It's too fun. This is not the play you should make, but it's the fun play. And I'm here to have fun. Alright, my queen dies to a Captain Hook. Just to be clear, that is not the play you should make there. I think you take a look in their hand with the bare necessities. Steal a thing. The Captain Hook's what really screws it up, right? If they didn't play Captain Hook, then the whole new world is probably, you know, equally as good. Really? You have a Captain Hook and you're gonna waste a smash out of your hand for that? I would have saved the smash. That's just unknown removal. May end up keeping the character. Neither of these characters are going to be able to sing this song, which is really unfortunate. What's big in their deck? They could be running some big steel characters. But I don't know. There's only 2 of those. Both have a chance of shifting. I haven't actually seen any of the big Robin Hoods yet, so I think I have a higher probability of drawing a Robin Hood than I do another queen. What have we seen? 1 queen? Yeah. Getting rid of the nothing to hide. Mr. Smee! I think there's a solid chance I'm just popping the Captain Hook here, primarily for the card filter. I really wish I could sing it, I just can't. We'll save the Benja. Could go get a queen back. That'd be funny. Ooh, a 1-drop. It's ink, which makes me want to hold it, but also... And just like that, it's a tied game. Opponent, what are you thinking? The card draw's been pretty good. It was like a 5-card gap. Now it's only a 2-card gap. So pretty decent card draw so far from the opponent. Just the popsicles, really. What does Mr. Smee do? He sings. Does he get another captain in play? Getting rid of a fishbone. My opponent doesn't want to play fishbone. Huh. Well, this costs 3. I ink the Benja. I also get the flute down. And then I can sing if I want. If I attack, I don't like that very much. Opponent's playing steel, so Gaston could probably attack and then remove this with some kind of removal. And then I don't get the card draw. So maybe I do need the swords here. That way if Gaston chooses to attack, he dies. I hate to do it that way, but I think that's my best play. This entire game hinges off of an early whole new world that you should not have done. But this is the result of playing the fun play. Alright, there's the popsicle. So they do plan on attacking, I'm guessing. Now don't forget, we're high enough up now we can be seeing a Hades. Big Cinderella could come down. Tinkerbell. There's a Tinkerbell. Gaston's not strong enough to take down the Robin Hood. Yep, makes more sense for the quest. It's just a more powerful quest. Alright, it's only 2 damage on a thing. That gets healed up right away. I only have, I guess there's 3 characters. I only really have 1 character in the graveyard. If I get the 1-drop, it's 4 damage. That takes out a Gaston. So they need another piece of damage to hit Robin Hood for Tinkerbell to take it out and get its effect. That'll let me draw a card, but I will lose a lot of pieces on the board. I hate that I went and had to grab the Little Queen, but the 1-drop did enable me to stop them from questing so viciously. Swords is really bad. That's my Terra board gone. Alright, I think opponent takes out Robin Hood, I draw a card, and then that's probably game over. Well then, opponent gets to take it. I have to waste my whole turn and my opponent's on 9 inks. Yeah, that's definitely game over. Well, be sure to ink. Yeah, opponent's gonna get so much value off of this. I have all the little characters. No clue which one you're gonna get to grab, right? But if one of them was gonna save me, it's gonna be Cinderella. There's only 2 in the deck and we've inked 1. Of course I got you. Of course I got you! I had Robin Hood. Opponent just passed his turn. They completely whiff on that. That was a whoops. Thanks, opponent! Let's see. I don't really have any great plays if I'm being totally honest. Oh no! Change numbers to choose order on the bottom of the deck. Lowest goes first. Okay, we'll put you as high up as we can, but we're not gonna get you. Alright, we're not banking on that plan anymore. But what I do have is 4 damage to a Tinkerbell. And somehow that's fine. Alright, so my opponent basically let me get to go first on my whole new world, which is not how it should have happened. That's twice now a whole new world's been played, and it's changed how this game's supposed to work. I'm sure I'm going to get comments about this game in the comments about how bad all the plays were. Just know that this game was for fun. Alright, Mickey Mouse can take out Cinderella, and it probably should. does not. That leaves me an opening to take out the Tinkerbell. Question is, how do I wants to do it? If I play Robin Hood, he just dies, right? That's basically what's gonna happen. Play Robin Hood, take out Mickey Mouse. Yeah, I don't even need to really think about it. I know it's not the greatest play, but it's a powerful enough play. Take you out. Ink right here. Draw 2 cards. This gets me up to 5 characters. Sing with Sydney. Take out Tinkerbell. What's better here? Go to 17. And then 19. And then possibly victory. I think that's actually better. I considered taking out their characters, but I think this is just better. 2 songs in hand with 2 flutes. And a lot of characters that they have to deal with to stop me from just simply winning off the flutes. Well, I made a bad play in doing the whole new world. My opponent made a mad play in the accidental misclick on passing the turn. And it all leveled out. Man, 3 Tinkerbells. When it's down to 20 cards, I'm down to 19. If anybody's gonna deck, it's gonna be me. Alright, got another Sleepy's Flute, so I'm pretty much guaranteed to win unless they can attack my hand again. Take out the board and I'm still guaranteed to win. Not enough to take down the Robin Hood and really can't touch the Rapunzel. Down to a single ink. I just quest and win at this point. Wow! Should not have won that game. Ooh. Ketchup and mustard? This is gonna be a Mufasa deck, isn't it? It almost always is. What are the odds of them having items? Lanterns are probably pretty high up there. I would like to get Big Cindy, I think. I'm gonna keep the Benjas. Oh, there we go. There's my Cinderella. Odds of them having songs. Probably on the lower end. Dalmatians, too. Interesting. Yeah, odds of them having songs are probably very low. I think I'd rather keep the characters at this junction. Even though it is a turn 2 play I could make. I think it's more valuable as ink. I know, like, turn 2 I'm gonna end up playing nothing based on my hand. Now that that's gone. But I think it's still more valuable as ink because I really doubt my opponent's going to be running hardly any songs, if at all. Just when you see these colors together, it's a character deck. Now, if they play a lantern into another new dog Stitch, that's not gonna be good. Oh, a piglet! Well, I got a turn 2 play. The gods have foreseen it. It must be played. Oh, 99 puppies. I guess I could steal the lantern from them. Didn't even think about it. It is a non-character card, not just a song. Whatever one I do this on, Cinderella dies. And I think that's fine. Watch, so I'm gonna get Big Cindy. Another piece of removal. I think we should be largely okay in this matchup. Alright, they're gonna hold on to the Rockstar, because they're still thinking they can shift on 4. Which means I have to play this next turn. There's no way Little Stitch doesn't take out Cinderella here, right? They got a 99 puppies, a Rockstar. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Was it a Dalmatians? I think it was a Dalmatian. Or was it a Little Queen? Oh yeah, because that does look... It was a Little Queen. I was gonna say, that looked familiar. No matter what, we take out Stitch here. Oh, I need to ink first. We're just gonna start chaining the... This storm's really raging on, man. Alright, now they got a 99 puppies and a Rockstar Stitch they can't play. And when it eventually does come down, we take it out. Alternatively, I could have played Ariel, knowing that two of their cards in hand were duds. But we never know what they're going to draw. But they couldn't play. Yeah, we probably should have played Ariel looking to sing and just take out the Rockstar. That probably would have been better. Spent the turn developing. Yeah, hindsight's 2020, isn't it? That would have definitely been a better play. That's why you guys watch the channel, right? Not to see me make great plays, but for me to realize what the better play was after making the mistake. Alright, turn 4 is really nothing here. Now they know about it, so now they know their Stitch isn't safe. I think I'm inking Queen, because if anything I want to still have Benja for the better quest ability, plus slightly higher toughness and a power strong enough to take out their characters. Also doesn't hurt if I whiff on the ink, then I still have a decent play. Obviously I want to play Robin Hood, that, you know, if I can. So 99 puppies and a Rockstar Stitch are still in their hand. I did whiff, and I do want to keep it, but I do get an ink back this way. So let's do that. Let's play Hades. Let's grab my ink. Ink the card. Do I just simply take it out? I don't think I attack it. I don't think I attack it because they have other queens in the deck, I'm sure. I'm gonna trade this for card draw. Try to get our flute. No flute, okay. Obviously all of our songs are better when they also generate lore. Alright, 2 mysterious cards in the hand. One of them was a 3/1 Rush Stitch, so it's just a trade. It's okay, I got enough ink to just hardcast these. It's more lore to go this way than it was to just go straight for the Robin Hood. With all the removal in my hand as well, I'm not terribly concerned about what they play. Alright, well I can get the 99 puppies out of the hand if I want, but I just don't think that's all that concerning at the moment. I think this game's just over. I got a few turns to go before the game actually officially ends, so the opponent can do some stuff, but just based on what's in my hand and knowing 50% of their hand, it's gonna be hard for them to recover. And it's incredibly unlikely that they're running a Be Prepared. It is Ruby, so it is possible, but considering they're a go wide Stitch deck, it's almost a 0% likelihood that they have any Be Prepareds in the deck. So their one major form of removal is not available to them. I think it's just more valuable just being in play. I'm giving up an extra lore this turn for more lore over the next few turns. If I get a flute off the top, the game is over. Or another shift character. Or another queen, specifically. Perdita at the valuable 6 willpower. Really? You attack the Robin Hood? Okay. I think I'm just questing because there's pretty much no way for my opponent to recover. Oh, let's take the 99 puppies out of their hand. And pass turn. If I had another character, I could have taken out the Perdita. But I didn't. I think this is just game. Oh no, what do you think, opponent? Is this just game? Yeah, it's just game. Good job, opponent. Yeah, I'll draw a card. Why not? And we'll see the little fate brick, because you just concede. No. Bring back your little Stitch. Attack the queen. And now I'll win with Benja. And that's game.